Good morning, everybody. Good morning. How are you? I did have to change the time a little bit because when I make a review video, it actually takes a minute. It takes a while. So that's why I'll change it. I don't want you to, I want you to understand what I'm doing out here, not just hanging out. So that's why I changed it by like 10 minutes. And it took 8 of those minutes. It's a lot just to make a video. Excuse me for a second. Good morning. Good morning. Hi, One Journey. Good morning. How are you? Dave putting Amber out, buying a playhouse, kept woman. I think that's an early assumption, but Amber doesn't need to live in Dave's house. Amber's getting a divorce, right? She can't live there. Anyway, good morning. Good morning, One Journey. Good morning. Donna Robinson, good morning. One Journey, he said he is in a position to spend money, as he mentioned, replacing all of the furniture in the castle. Yes, he did say that. And I can't be sure of his reason, but Amber needs her own home. Absolutely. She can't live with Dave. And she can't abandon the mansion. So she can't take everything out of the mansion, but Amber does need her own space. She's got the podcast, Women When They're Acting Like Women. She's got her boutique, whatever she's working on right now. She does. She can't do all of that in Dave's house. And it's a good thing that she's moving out. So she won't be living the way she's living. I did do a reaction video, and it's just, a list of questions. And the other question I have is Melissa coming back? Donna, thank you. That's a great answer. I don't see anything wrong with what he's doing. And I understand Amber, because I would definitely want you to get a new bed. I would. I'd be like, nah, babe, this has to go. But he offered to change all the furniture. So I don't necessarily think I'd call it a love shack. It's probably more like a safety net for Amber. I mean, that's how I see it right now, but we're still early. Magnolia says on Facebook, they swore Dave was kicking Amber out. I love seeing them get their hopes up only to have egg on their faces. I agree. And I was over on Facebook. Thanks, Magnolia. Please hit the like button if you are here. So, Magnolia, I saw where it said Dave basically has slept with every woman on the planet. People love to hate. They love to just, is it just par for the course that people are just ugly in thought? Have we forgotten how to be happy people and hopeful people? But yeah, I may have seen the one you saw. But then I did see some positive. But the ugly is just out there. Like, do people just think that way? Look at the positive side, right? The glass half full versus half empty. Some people can't help themselves. Some people don't want to see Amber and Dave do well. They just don't. Misery does love company. Anyway, good morning, Juanita. Good morning. Good morning. Have a nice day at work. NonyasisChat friends and family. Good morning, Gwen. And you as well. Have a great day at work. So let's see. Dumb plot point. It seems just to explain Alex upgrading the decor in his house. And makes sense in the skits. Yes, it does. And you know what else I was wondering, Magnolia? I don't think that Dave would purchase anything that Amber would purchase in real life, but what if that's Amber's house? I mean, we haven't seen anything, but Amber's looking for a house, right? What if she found one? We saw Mike add his real home to the skits. Maybe Amber found her house or got the one she was looking for. We don't know, right? So, because we know Wayne, he doesn't mind putting their lives in, if that's what they want to do, which is actually commendable of Wayne to allow them to put their real lives in so they can actually live their life. And Angela Atkinson says, good morning, Buttercups. Thank you, Gwen. Please hit the like, share, and subscribe to NonyasisChat. It is free. Doesn't cost you nothing. And I think Stephanie and I need to make our song, or her song. That's Stephanie's song. I can't make a song. Good morning, good morning. And Angela Atkinson saying good morning. Magnolia says, same way they had Amber drinking the night before. I'm concerned about Dave getting up on time. People are going to say ugly things. But as long as she's still second in line behind Wayne for her fan base, let them say what they want to say. Do we really care, Magnolia? Do we? We know haters when we see them. Hey, people hate us just because we exist, right? In the real world. Okay. And I think our skin has probably gotten pretty tough when it comes to Amber because of all the hate and the bashing. And people think, oh, she's so beautiful. Why is she insecure? Beautiful women have insecurities, right? So same way they had Amber drinking. Yeah. And getting up on time for the meeting. And then when they sealed the deal, where are these people that had all that hot air to come out? Where'd they run to? They ran somewhere and hid. That's what they do. They like Piper types. Jump on the bandwagon. It might crash. Let's go. I'm just joking. Anyway, but yeah, they do. The writers need to leave Amber alone. And we know Wayne's not going to do that. We know. But it would be pretty cool if it was Amber's real house, except we know Amber's real house is going to be fly. So Magnolia says Wayne makes her look bad only to not look bad for real. Because we know, like, just being followers of Amber and everything, she's so relatable and she's not acting. And that's why I even started liking Amber in the first place, because she doesn't come across like an actress when she's talking to us, or when she's selling her clothes that have never been worn or worn one time, and she doesn't gatekeep on her beauty treatments and her mask. She comes on with a mask on Facebook. This is why women like our people, even guys like Amber, because she's so down to earth. She showed us how to juice, exercise, and that's what I like about the Amber character. And that's why I ride with Amber. They think, oh, they just like her. Well, maybe we like what we see that she puts out showing her real life. And we love her little boy. So I think that people just, they think we just like somebody because they look cute. No, it doesn't make me like you. Hi, Betty Bush. Welcome in. Yeah, exactly, Magnolia. I agree. Betty Bush, good morning, my bestie. How are you? I was wondering what I was going to talk about, and then I saw Dave and all that red and white on the phone with the realtor. And again, please look at the skit. It's just a reaction to that phone call. And I just asked some questions. So if you all would just take a minute, and the thoughts that I had and I put on there, I did a reaction video versus a review. Reviews, you just you give its reaction, but it's more what you take away from the video. For me, reaction is Like the one video I did that I really, really hated, the skit, that was a reaction video for sure. Because I was on 10 when I did that video. I already looked at it, but it's not bad. I was on a 10. I didn't like it one bit. And that gives us a platform to talk about things. This does. So, anyway, Dave continues to be intentional and consistent, and he strategizes. Yes, Magnolia, he does. About Amber, so it makes it tolerable. And you know what else? Those girls in his house yesterday, we know Amber didn't know they were going to act that way. But the one thing that I do disagree with Dave about, but only because it's just the way I think, I've only had to forgive two people, like really in my whole life. And I did forgive them, but did I ever trust them again? No, no. Because if you do it once, shame on me. I mean, shame on you. It's early. If you do it twice, shame on me. So the part about not being able to trust them, I personally disagree. Now, would I not be hanging out with Shayla? Absolutely not. And then she had the nerve to say Amber technically slept with her man. No, I think you technically slept with Amber's husband. Was he there long enough? He spent most of his marriage with her. Doesn't make him her man if you look at it legally, right? If he wanted a divorce, he would have divorced Amber and went with Shayla, but he didn't do that. So how was it your man? You were just his side piece. And then you had a baby, supposedly. Anyway, I'll leave that alone. And good morning, Angela Atkinson, Donna One Journey. Good morning. Hope says, good afternoon, Nonya and Buttercups. Good afternoon, Hope. How are you? I hope you're doing well. And Hope, are you feeling any better about this skit? Does it help you at all? Because I know how you feel about the whole relationship, basically the same as we do. But maybe they're going to get the dominoes lined up. Oh, I guess dominoes was probably not a good word since we saw polka dots a few days ago with Anthony's second affair, female. I should have said polka dots. Antoinette, good morning. How are you, Antoinette? Hope everyone is having a wonderful day. And then Magnolia says the captions are misleading in the Amber skits. Yeah, it's clickbait. It is. And Magnolia, I say that, and people probably say, oh, she probably always says that. It is clickbait. It is. Because the haters make up their own narratives anyway. High class trolling. I wonder, really think they're high class? Right? I mean, because they're straight trolls. Like, Shayla checks Amber. Shayla got checked yesterday. But yeah, Magnolia, you on a roll today, girl. Mm-hmm. On One Journey, I don't think Dave wants a woman like Shayla. I don't think so either. Be out of your mind to want a woman like Shayla. Unless you're a glutton for punishment. I see Amon's back and he took Delicia flowers, and I guess he still hasn't spoken to Shayla over the phone. Wonder what he said to Shayla. Did he tell her he wasn't coming back to her? Or he just hang up in her face? And he went straight to Delicia's house. Are they on to something? You guys think they might be on to something? Well, Antoinette, your name's not in blue. Are you a moderator in a lot of other places? If you are, maybe I need to know like how many places, because it's turning it off. So, and I'm not sure. I know that 3 is typically the most that you should be a moderator on, and maybe YouTube did it. I don't know. But if you can let me know, I mean, if it's not 3, I'll turn it back on. But I don't control. I mean, I control it, but I don't control. I don't just arbitrarily turn people off. I will turn it off if I have what I feel is good reason, or if person never comes, I'm going to turn it off. But sometimes I don't touch it. It turns it off itself. So I don't know I don't even see the rules for why the system turns it off, because it's not a person, I'm sure. Too many moderators. So I'd have to figure that out. But I think 3 is the most, because 3's been the most I've had. And then I had one on TikTok, which doesn't count. Let's see. Iris Best said, oh, hi, Iris. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Please hit the like button. We have 8 out of 15. Please hit the like button. We did hit 103 a couple of days ago. So thank you, moderators. Gwen led the charge, and we did it. She was doing pushing countdowns like push-ups, and we hit it. So we went over the 100 mark. And my channel's strong. I mean, the algorithm's pushing it out and everything. It's like, wow. So it's a really good feeling. And I have to say thank you, because I wouldn't have a channel if I didn't have you. All of you. People who agree with what I say, who don't. I mean, I agree with people, and then I disagree on other things with people. And it's okay to disagree. It's okay to voice your opinion. It's just that sometimes people voice it in the nastiest ways. And that's what the turnoff is, right? We're not here to make people unhappy. The skits make us unhappy enough. If I'm being honest, let me turn the light on. Is that better? I look kind of orange. Looks like I have on makeup. I guess I'm just stuck with this color, huh? Ugh. I look beige, like clay. Anyway, enough of that. Let's see. Again, please hit the like button if you're here. If you're in the bushes, wherever you are, it's free. It doesn't hurt. I promise. Thanks. And then, hey, Miss Michelle Barnes, good morning. How are you? Good morning, Michelle. Good to see you. Well, I see you a lot anyway, but good morning. And Angela Atkinson says, Antoinette, are you being commenting often? That's true, Angela. That's a good question. Yeah, because you have to be active. If you're not active, then your wrench will go off. Great point, Angela. Thank you for putting that in there. Angela's been moderator for quite a while, ever since I've known her. I think you were third. I think you were after me, Angela. But yeah, she's right. If you're not commenting or something, it will turn it off, because it doesn't see any activity as a moderator. And we don't mean commenting just in the live, because a lot of people don't do lives. What we do is unique. These lives we do, Ayana does it, but not many people do lives. O'Neill does a lot of lives, but we do, and Sharon does a live. I mean, there are a lot of people that are out here on the platform, but doing lives, these comments are different than the comments afterwards. And the comments afterwards are the ones that YouTube look for. So that's why I ask you, please make a comment. I mean, even if you just drop a heart, just put it in there, because it won't look at the comments here in the live stream. These on the stage, it doesn't look at those. It looks at the comments after the live is done. Excuse me, I'm sorry. It looks at the ones after. So that's why you'll see me go in and just put in some comments like great show and stuff. Because if you don't have any, then they're wondering, do people really like this? I'm sorry. I should have got some tea, huh? But our lives are so present, and they're actually powerful. And I've had to go back through, and I'm going one more time through the loop because I actually found a video that had a live that had some video in it of Ben. And I'm like, this is like my third time around through all these doggone videos. And where'd that come from? Because YouTube is cracking down a lot. I mean, there's a way to get around it, but for my reasons, you know, I don't want any video because I don't want any dings. And I'm going to take my shorts off also, just so you guys know. But I will be putting them back after I go through this process again. And at least my channel was based on, the new YouTube rules because they modified a few things. So I'm glad I didn't go live and then get demonetized and then have to make all these changes and apply again. So I think that was a blessing. Let's see. Hi, Golden Girl. Welcome in. Are you new to my channel? I'm NonyasisChat. And if you are, and if you're not, I apologize. So I see a lot of people, but Golden Girl, because I used to watch Golden Girls. So welcome in. Thank you for coming in to join us today. So we talk about skits, we talk about women things, we talk about music, we talk about whatever we want to. We don't bash in here. I am Team Amber, but the person I don't like is Anthony. Well, the character, of course, because I'm a married woman. 25 years I've been married, so of course it's gonna bother me. So, and what Amber is doing is definitely bothering me because, it is. But welcome in. Thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you like the chat. And if you guys want to talk about anything, just put it in the comments. We can talk about it. I don't care. Skits, Bethany, it doesn't matter. Most people are kind of over the initial anxiety of Bethany when I first brought up the channel, but we don't dwell on it. I look at the AAS storyline most. That's the one I follow closely, but I do look at the other skits also. I wonder what's going on with Melissa. Anyway, so Dave would do anything to make Amber happy. And then one of my questions was, is he going to take Amber to LA? Probably not. And you know what? She probably, if he gets her place, she doesn't need to go. Amber's got a whole plate of things to do on her own. She just needs to have her own place, tell the attorney, and not move all of her things out so it doesn't look like abandonment, so it's not abandonment. Abandonment means take all of your things out and you no longer live there. But I think some people had a problem with the definition of abandonment because they saw the word and they said she abandoned her home. No, she didn't. That's no. Anyway, welcome in, Golden Girl. And yes, Dave would do anything to make her happy. I think so too. There's something about Dave. We'll find out. Does he just want to be a playboy forever? But I think he really is in love with Amber. I truly do. And chasing that negative energy out of his house yesterday. He over there just acting a fool. Why is she hanging out with Shayla? I'm not going to say it every day, but Shayla is not it. She's like a dark spirit, just hateful and jealous and coveting of other people's things. And I don't think I would like myself much. Have you ever had something come over you that made you feel a way and you didn't like how you felt? Has that ever happened to anybody? It's happened to me before, and I'm thinking, why am I thinking like this? And then I go start talking to God like, why am I thinking this way? Where's this coming from? Because if it's ugly, I really don't want to think about it. I don't wear rose colored glasses, but sometimes we get ugly thoughts in our mind, and it's like, why? Where'd this come from? Let's see. Hi, Nature. Good morning. Good morning, Nature Holistic Wellness. How are you, my dear? Good morning, Nonya and Chat family. Happy Tuesday. It's tea time, and we got a lot to sip this afternoon, morning and afternoon. And I don't know if Jen is in the chat yet, but it is. So, Gwen, it's your son's birthday today, or your brother? I forgot. And look, it's only been overnight. I'm getting old, girl. But anyway, Gwen has a birthday in her family. Today is Stephanie's 26th anniversary, and Jen L has a child with a birthday today. So it's an active day today. And let's see, Miss B came on with us last night. I believe the house is for both of them. You think so, Golden Girl? I hope not. Well, I guess it could be, right? I mean, I doubt that he's going to put it in Amber's name because Dave's been divorced. He had to be, because he wouldn't be saying things like I say. A divorce is like a funeral. Mm-hmm. And I wonder, that lady that was on the phone, she sounds like somebody he probably dated, but the man's a bachelor. So for these people to say he slept with the whole planet or whatever nonsense they're spilling out there, but I'd rather be on Facebook, because at least I know on Facebook they're going to shut that down quick. I mean, people say some weird things. Gwen says, please hit the like button. Please do. Please like, share, and subscribe. It is free. And do comment. Okay, thanks. And Donna Robinson, good morning. How are you, Donna? Good to see you. Good morning, Trapstar. Gwen says, hi, Magnolia and Gwen from Nature. And everybody's saying that. Hello, hello, hello. I'm going to keep going because I'm going to get behind. Hi, Michelle B. Welcome in. I'm glad you're here, girl. I am glad you are a part of our chat family, Michelle. And for the new people that are here, typically I try to comment on everyone's comments. I do. I truly try. If I miss one or two, three, not on purpose. So just know that. And I do read the chats because I want to see what the chat family is thinking about, what they want to talk about, what's bothering them, what they like. Because nobody hears our voices. When we type those comments, somebody drops a tape and we type our comments in. Does anybody respond? It was like, I felt like I was typing into a black hole. I type it, no response, no nothing. So that's why I like doing it this way. So this is Skit Land. I call it Skit Land. And Skit Land versus real life talk. So, I mean, we're not Skit Land people. We have real lives, but a lot of this can apply and a lot of it doesn't. So that's why I called it, and Trapstar helped me, real talk. It's just that I don't have a lot of characters to play with in order to type it in. And let's see, 12 likes, 23 watching only. Please hit the like button if you are here. And I mean, hi, One Journey, if you're here. I mean, it doesn't hurt, but if you don't, it's okay. It's all right. Because we're going to make it after all. And I can't sing, but I try. Anyway, you're welcome, Juanita. Magnolia, I love how they do Dave's storyline, get the haters' hopes up, and then drop them. I wonder, is Amber writing Dave? What do you think? I wonder if Amber's writing Dave. I'm wondering if they're about to stop shooting at Alex's house. That could be. I thought about that also. I mean, he probably wants his house back. Dave is good for Amber. He speaks facts to her. I want to see Amber bounce back from all the insecurities and get over Shayla, because I think Shayla is one of her biggest insecurities. I truly do. I've never had somebody taken away from me, a man, especially a husband, but I don't, I wouldn't be, I'd probably be more angry knowing my personality than insecure, but I would be questioning myself, I would, but I bet she wouldn't be around me. And she had the nerve to say Amber technically had her man. If you look at it that way, that could be a possibility. It's a good thing Amber didn't give her another right hook. Anyway, the house that Dave is purchasing is Amber's new house. It probably is, Antoinette. I hope it is. I hope it's the one she wanted, because she was, you know, praying about it online, not praying, but telling us about her prayers for her new home. Some fans want, Magnolia, they want him to dog Amber. And the sad part is that since Amber changed, the only thing they've got to hang on is Wayne. It's been 3 years. And I'm not going to talk about look what Anthony's doing, because everybody sees what he's doing, but he gets passed because he's a man. And we live in a double standard society, so they think. You're not sending me back. Nope, I ain't going. I mean, but if that's what you like to do, then do you. You do what you want to do in America. You stay within the laws and you do what you want to do, right? I just happen to get lucky and I don't have a husband who thinks like that, thank goodness. Probably not. I'd probably act a fool. Probably. Like Erica. You want me to do what now? Erica's about to go off on what's his name? AI? Where do you get that name? I want Melissa to stay in Danielle and Ben's storyline. I want Amber and Dave to herself. I like that nature, but he's going to have to do something because he's got a business to run. He doesn't have an admin that we know of. And I mean, this may not have anything to do with Melissa, but he needs to hire somebody, right? He has to. Amber's got her plate full. She can probably step in and help him close deals once in a while. And he could actually market a podcast for Amber instead of her having to deal with Wayne. But for some reason, Amber wants to do this, and maybe she thinks it's going to help her somehow. We don't know why Amber wants to do it, other than branding. I mean, Kountry Wayne is a big brand to trade on, but I think Dave's marketing would also help. So, who knows? You know what I'm waiting for? I'm waiting for Wayne to have a reason to meet with Dave. Like the vegan food, what if it expands? And what if they need to market it in Georgia, where Skitland is? Can you see they're displaying Amber's Real House, Carla? Can you see Wayne using Dave as a marketing specialist for vegan food? What is the lawyer's position on the new house or law? I don't know. I have no idea. One Journey. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a legal scholar in that regard. I have no idea, and it's never been mentioned to us. So even though it's Wayne's world, if he doesn't mention something like that, we're not going to know. So, because Wayne can make any kind of rule, just like he did the legal separation. Wayne's crazy. I think so too, Antoinette. Are they showing the house now? And once I get monetized, I do plan to have when we do lives at night, not in the morning though, the morning's too busy, but when we do lives at night, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to be showing video, but I'm going to trash those. So just so you guys will know, because when you try to erase video, footage, it's like 3 layers deep. And the system, YouTube system, can pick it up. They see you try to erase it. So I think, we can start watching part of videos again. And then I'm just going to deep six but please like the other one, the one for the T, so the numbers won't show a hit. So, okay. So that's what I'm thinking we'll do. And we can go back to showing video if we want to see video again. I just don't want to get caught in the crosshairs. So that's why I'm going to trash that video. If we watch videos, we have a video night, we have perfume night, we have music night. So whatever we want to do. That's why I set up the channel. They need to stop Amber from complaining about unnecessary things. She never complained about all the women that slept in Wayne's bed or Anthony's. Probably, I think, Trapstar, I agree with you, but maybe because she feels like they're going to get married. I mean, we don't know, right? And plus, Melissa was in that bed. I wouldn't want to sleep in that bed after the Melissa debacle. I wouldn't. I'd be like, we need a new bed. I would. I'd be like, that bed got to go. Get rid of the bed. I'd say it nicer, but I wouldn't want that bed either. I'm sorry. I'm that way. I don't want to be in a bed that you've been in with somebody else. But the new house won't be in Amber's name. Right, Angela? I would want a new bed too, honestly. I don't want to sleep on top of, if we're going to be together, let's not have somebody else's juices in the bed, okay? I don't feel that. I don't like it one bit. That's just me and my kooky nature. I'm one of those people who doesn't like their food to touch either. So, Juanita says, someone said that Amber is to blame for the way Anthony acts, and she will do Dave the same way. Anthony does not even like Amber. Anthony doesn't like Amber. He hates her. And so I don't know why these people don't see Anthony doesn't like Amber. And you know what? It's not all because of Wayne. It's because if he really is a narcissist as a character, he's going to lose his empath, right? And now I'm not no specialist. I got this from Stephanie and a few other people. But she's not the kind of woman he wants. He wants a woman that will stay at home, cook, be the old-fashioned type of wife, right? Amber's not that, but he knew it when he married her. Just like Darren knew Lisa wasn't the kind of wife to sit at home, but he married her. So they marry these women, and then they want to change them. And we know he married Amber because of Wayne, yet he's still friends with Wayne. But you're going to have people who do that. And the only thing I can say, honestly, when people don't seem to have good reasoning skills, for lack of a better term, I don't listen to them. I am not about to listen to those people. It's like, how old are you? What have you done? Have you been married? Have you even had a girlfriend? I saw one guy making a muscle arm. That kid was probably like 16 years old, talking about his name is Anthony Dalton. I'd be ashamed if my name was Anthony Dalton, the character. I'd be embarrassed to be called a man. Because if that's the way Black men are supposed to be represented, that's not a very good look. Like it or not, it's not a good look. A baby, 2 women, moving one woman into the mansion, which is her marital home, changing the bedroom, doing everything your attorney told you not to do. But they're proud of Anthony Dalton. We clocked that. Okay. Dave is purchasing the house, one journey, no issues. Michelle Barnes, they don't want to see people succeed and overcome situation. Jealousy is a monster. Absolutely. Absolutely, Michelle. Mm-hmm. Did she find a house yet? Did the realtor find a house already? Good morning, Carla. Hi, Carla. How are you? Carla, how's it going? I hope everything's good, Carla. I do. And then nature. God, these letters are huge today. That's a first. Amber will have to move in silence about what she feels or thinks. If she brings up a lot of anything to question him, he can start to feel, yeah, whether she's ready. I need Amber to heal. Now, that's true. When you start questioning and questioning a lot, that's a red flag. Because I know if a man starts questioning me that I was dating, be like, why are you asking me all these questions, right? But the other thing that I thought about nature, about the conversation they had this morning, they actually played that video a couple of weeks ago or so, um, when she asked about Melissa being in that bed. And he was saying, leave the past in the past. Remember, Amber said she would tell him what she did wrong over and over and over. She never said Wayne's name, which these people keep saying she said Wayne, and no, she didn't. No, she didn't. But anyway, um, if she gets a chance to tell him about that, is he going to feel the same way as when he says, don't live in the past? They were out there, they were talking about grace. Remember that skit in the park? And they were talking about grace because men do have a problem, more so than women, apparently. I mean, I don't know. But supposedly, is he going to have a problem with the Wayne deal? Like, why are you working with him? But then Dave works with his exes. And I also wonder, was that his ex-wife on the phone? Because she said, I know you better than anybody. And so I was wondering about that. Please hit the like button if you are here just watching, just checking out the channel. You like the channel, you hate the channel, just please hit the like button. I don't work for Wayne. I work for the viewers. I work for the fan base. I work for my family, and we work together. So we'll have a comfortable place to go. And please say whatever you want to say on here. I mean, if I have something to say, doesn't mean I disagree with you. I just probably want to add on to what you said, because usually I like everything that my family says. But I always add things because we all have different lives, right? I mean, I've been married 3 times in total. Married a football player, and he got drafted into one of the Bay Area teams. Divorced him, married him again, but it wasn't very long. So then I married my first boyfriend, and we've been married ever since. So, and I do have a like work for 42 years in law enforcement, divorce courts, writing programs for courts, and all kinds of things. So that's why when I speak and say things I say, it's from life experience more often than not, or studying or whatever. So that's why I speak on things the way I do. And then I'm very critical, self-critical of myself. I am. And like if I say something I think it might hurt somebody, I feel horrible. But I do stand on what I do. I mean, if I mess up, man, I messed up. And what can I say except apologize, because I never set out to hurt people. But when they try to hurt me, then it might be a different story. Or they come for my family, I'll be right behind you. So now they're saying Dave wants Shayla. Yeah, Dave's nurturing spirit will be the serenity. Yes, and the support to allow the healing process. If you've never read the Serenity Prayer, it's very short. Please read it. It's very good, and it feels great. I have a small one, that you can sit on your coffee table, end table. But I love the Serenity Prayer. I always have. I agree, Nature. I like that. Thank you. Carla says they incorporate the skit last week with the storyline today. I love the plot twist for Amber. So that is, did they show her house? Are they showing it at all? Or is it the one that was in LA when she was, or was that an Airbnb? Carla, let's see. I love it. The plot twist for Amber to showcase her house, just like they showcase Mike's house. Mm-hmm. They're showing. They're showing she puts less effort into a good man, but goes out of her way for no good men. She questions everything with Dave, but lets Anthony and Wayne get away with everything. Okay, Trap Star. One Journey says, look, allow the Amber character to live her life, making good and bad choices like we all do. And One Journey, you are absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Just think if we walked this earth and everything we did got scrutinized by the public sector, and they just beat us up and bashed us for just because they thought something was strange. How would we feel? I mean, they don't even let the character play. And I commend that woman for being so strong. Just like I commend Shayla for being so evil. The actors, their parts, you know, that takes a lot. It takes a lot. And it takes a lot of oomph to be able to tolerate the fan base on both sides of the spectrum, right? And then Nature says, Angela, some of the stories have been conditioned to expect Amber to receive the worst. To see the role be the winning one is unsettling. She needs this and can represent strength with Dave. Just like she did with the deal. She nailed that deal. And we know that was Amber's. That's an adventure. That's one of Amber's maybe partnerships or something, the Gold Company. Yeah, Iman's back. First thing you do, Delicia's house. Shayla, how you feeling this morning? As we know, Shayla hasn't talked to him, but I'm surprised she hasn't been smoking or something. It's like she's not even fazed by the fact that he hung up. She hasn't seen him in, what, a couple of months? And when we did see him calling her, he hung up on her. It's like, ouch. Dave didn't want Shayla when he met her at the restaurant. Nah, Dave never asked Amber about Shayla. Amon is back. Hi, Liddell. Welcome back. How are you? Amber comes across as ourselves or someone we know. Exactly. Good day to everyone. And she does. You know, I think sometimes people see a beautiful woman and they expect you to just be perfect. We're not perfect people. I mean, not calling myself beautiful, but we're not perfect people. And the fact that a beautiful woman can be very insecure, that's a real thing. That's not fake. You know, people stumble. They make mistakes. They bump their heads. They do dumb things. It happens. We marry the wrong people. We marry for the wrong reasons. We fall in love with who we shouldn't fall in love with. We are human. You know, we're human. That's what we do. Nature says we know when Amon is back. That is about to unfold again. Will Amon decide to choose between Shayla and Delicia for good? Perfect timing with the podcast coming. Well, if they're, I'm wondering, well, I probably shouldn't talk about their real life, so I won't do that. I'll be quiet. I won't do that. It's not my job. Yeah, perfect timing. But isn't he supposed to be doing the G League, which is the junior league under the NBA? Or is he done with that? You know, because that's what his next assignment was supposed to be, unless he's doing a drop in. You know, maybe he's doing a drop in because, yeah, he could be. And then Magnolia says, and if I liked Amber just because she's beautiful, then that's That's what it is. Exactly, Magnolia. It's like, oh well, like what right? We like what we want to like. I like her mask that she was showing because I sure did go buy it. You know the mask she uses. I mean, and it does make your skin like kind of shiny, but like I need it. My skin is the older I get, it starts to get dry. But I love that mask. I do. It's orange. Um, and I love it. And if you like her because she's beautiful, men hate her because she's beautiful too. And but that's our society. That's crazy, right? You know, it's just wicked. Trap star, there's no point in a mom being back if nothing good is going to be revealed. It's cringy watching him sleep with two women. Yeah, going from house to house. It's gross. Are they going to be a power couple? If he deal with Erica, he gonna play on Erica's rules because he's trying to turn her into a Stepford wife. That ain't gonna happen. Lawrence tried, kind of, but that guy, this guy, he the one need to do some turning around, telling her how to dress, how to wear her hair. Erica, he wants to control Erica, and 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 hopefully he's not a plant because Erica does have the money that her dad left her, right? So hopefully he's not a plant. So we'll see. Betty Bush Nonia, I have a case of shingles. Oh, Betty, I'm sorry. Ooh, I knew a lady that had shingles, but she got them twice. But she was in so much pain. Oh, Betty Bush, I'm so sorry. I hope there's like medication or something they can give to help. And I hope it goes away fast. Because I shouldn't say a lady, I'd say a good acquaintance of mine. And boy, she was, it made me very sad. It did. It was, so I hope they're able to help you with some kind of medication to help it or something, or to take. I don't need to explain to the haters why I like her. You don't. I don't explain nothing to them people. I care less what they think. I don't care. Please like, share, and subscribe to NonyasisChat. I only say it in here, Magnolia, because I want you guys to know why I like her. I don't care what other people think. I don't care. I don't give a darn. But that's why I like her. And I tell you guys because I know that there are, I know 3 women who bought the outfits from Amber off of Whatnot. I bought the mask. I know somebody that bought the butter and stuff like that. So that's why I share mine and my reason why I like her. They don't have to like it. I don't care what them people think. Care less. Please like, share, and subscribe. And it is free to subscribe. And and I say that, Magnolia, not being a smart aleck, but we don't owe them an explanation. We don't. I just tell you guys because you're my family. On Nature, I caught that too. I think Erica, they might be a power couple. Will Dom and Darren be a power couple too? Maybe. Maybe. On Nature says Dave is giving Amber a place and also where she can hold her meetings. Exactly, Nature. And that's what I put in the short I did for the reaction. Because I just asked questions like the things going through my mind, why he was doing it. And everything I came up with made sense. The only one I was struggling with was is Melissa coming back, but not struggling because it wasn't a good question, struggling because it's Melissa. If and I just pulled that out of the air. He didn't say anything about Melissa. But yeah, she needs her own space. Amber has a lot going on. And so does Dave. Wayne wrote Dave saying that about Shayla to get the fans on board. Oh, yeah. Shayla could never be allowed in Amber's life. Never again. The loss of her 2 babies and all of the evil things she did equals 0 access. And I'm still trying to figure out, does Amber also miss the friendship? Because we know Shayla's nobody's friend. Shayla is Shayla's friend. She's nobody's friend. Shayla wants what Shayla wants. And I think she should be careful, because if she doesn't watch out, it'll be Ernestine grabbing her. And we know it. Ernestine is quick to grab you. Dave is listening that the past bothers Amber. But I mean, with Melissa, I can see it. But with other women, she's not asking about anybody else, just Melissa. And I think rightfully so. I'd ask about Melissa. I'd be like, I'm not sleeping in that bed. I would. Get mad at me, I can leave. I don't care. But I wouldn't. I mean, it's kind of cringy if you think about it. Only because it's Melissa. She doesn't know anybody else. She knows Melissa. Like wacky Melissa tearing up the vision board. On Nature, they better not. AI is no woman power couple. No man's supposed to be so controlling. Because he wants to go back. He wants to go back to the good old days. I'll leave it at that. Magnolia says, exactly, Trapstar. Wayne wrote some dumb trying to sell Shayla. Still not working. If he wants it to work, then give that girl some kind of karma. Let something happen with Shayla. That you sitting here greasing her up to be oilier than oil with snake oil, dressing her up like putting lipstick on a pig. If that's all you're going to do with Shayla, nobody's ever going to like her. And then you're making her more and more evil. You're making her more and more evil. How are we supposed to like Shayla? I don't know that that's such a good strategy, Wayne. Honestly. Trapstar. Hey, Nature, Trapstar, and Hope. One thing with Dave, he listens to Amber. And he takes her feelings into consideration. And I am glad that he said something about those women acting a fool in his house. I knew he was. I knew when he walked through that door, he was like, whoa, what's going on in here? You define a reaction that is an emotion. I'm not sure I know what that means. A reaction can be an emotion, right? I mean, am I reading this wrong? One Journey, am I reading it wrong? You define a reaction that is an emotion. That happens every day of our lives, right? Amber is sabotaging her own happiness by keeping the Viper and the fake conservative Tamara. Yep. They were both glazing over Dave. Again, it's Amber's fault if she wants them to go get her own place. Yeah. I don't know if you I know people don't watch the reaction videos much unless they come on the screen and the person sitting there reading it. But I don't do mine that way because I hold these long lives. So all of my videos are my skit reactions, and I don't make them very, very long. I mean, I think 10 minutes is usually my max. I'm not it, and I do make my response, and I can do it in 10 minutes, but we do these lives. And so I do ask you to please take a look at my videos, even the ones where I'm not like in this environment. If I just have on a sweatshirt or something, that's because I just happen to sit down and feel like doing it. But yesterday, the internet was so bad until the afternoon. They must have worked on it over the weekend. It was awful. I even used the iPad yesterday morning. But yeah, so if you'll look at those videos, those are my reaction videos because I can't, get on, do 2 2 hour lives, one in the morning, one at night, have a husband, do the housework, do whatever, and then make videos in the day. Because making videos, you know what? It's a lot. It's a lot of work. And then I don't know why YouTube is slow. I'm not complaining. I'm just letting you guys know. It's like slow when you go to update a video. Like if I needed to cut something out of this video, and so I run it through like whatever tool I use, make the edits, and go to upload it. Do you know I've had a video sit over the weekend trying to upload because it just depends on how busy it is during the day. So it's not like we just like push a button and it just works. It doesn't. And then you have to watch it because it'll say this failed. And if you're not watching, like checking every so often, and it fails, you have to reload it to upload to YouTube again. Yeah, it's a lot. But I love doing it, so I can't complain. But Dave never said he was getting that house for Amber. Review is detailed like a product with detailed comparison. Yes. Nature, I don't like AI, but see potential. I don't know. Oh, maybe that's why then, Antoinette, because you have 3 moderatorships already. Maybe that's why. Because I remember the appointment on O'Neill. I remember that one. But maybe that's why. I guess. I don't know. But that is 3. I want someone to ask Amber, why is it you can forgive and let go of Anthony, but forgave Shayla and you still keep dealing with her? Why can't you cut her off? Well, I like that question because I ask it too. But I think part of it, Gwen, might be that it's her husband. But why she hangs on to Shayla, it makes me wonder, did she see Shayla as like a sister or something? I couldn't do it. I'd cut that person off so fast. I couldn't deal with either one of them. But Anthony is just cold blooded with his. But Shayla's just as dirty. So I don't know. Maybe maybe we'll get the story behind it because, and we can't, don't, people, it's Kai. It's not Kai, right? I think, honestly, I think she really loves Shayla, but she knows Shayla took advantage of Anthony. I really just don't know. I don't know. I couldn't do it. I cut them both off. I'd be out of there. I'd be out of there. Okay, let me keep going here because I'm slowing down. Trapstar says Dave doesn't want Shayla, not his type. She and Angelina are the devil worshippers. She believes in God. He believes in God. Shayla, Anthony, Angelina, Kai is not something that would appeal to a man like Dave. And you know what I found interesting? I mean, and it's probably just coincidental, is the coloring of both Melissa and almost call her Nutter Butter Girl, the Shea Butter Girl, Evelyn, their makeup. And then Amber is so different, and he's always calling her caramel color. So I wonder, I mean, he did say he dated women all over the world. I keep saying, welcome to a grown up relationship. God, these letters are huge. I wonder why it's taking over my screen like that. I keep saying, welcome to a grown up relationship. Dave recognizes that Amber has been through betrayal and is insecure. He answers her questions honestly and helps her see the value, and he does. And a man who can appreciate your self worth, even when you're not feeling it at that moment, because of something that's happened, or you have some kind of insecurity. If you have a good man to stand by you or a good woman, it's worth it. It's worth it because you don't feel alone in the world. You can have lots of relatives and everything, but can they really all feed you? You know what I mean? Can they feed you like your lover can, your husband, your wife? Because they tend to get to know you the best. Please hit the like button if you're here and you haven't hit the like button. I'd appreciate it. Thank you. And you are welcome to come in out of the bushes. We don't bite, we just chat. And let's see. Darren says, I'm sorry, Nature says Darren should be with someone who has much ambition, strong minded, and balances. He needs to reduce his mindset towards women, especially Black women. I could see him messing with Michelle. Um, yeah, I could see that because Michelle, well, she's married for one though. But yeah, um, I don't know. You don't think her personality's too strong? I don't know. But I don't I, that 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 Lisa and Darren storyline, I don't know. I don't know. Like I'm not sure how I feel about it. Do I care about it? Do I don't know. Hi Clarette, happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Thankful Tuesday. Good morning. Hi Keisha B. Welcome in. How are you? Nature, Magnolia says, Dom is a go-getter. She matches Darren. They can change her character, make her normal. He doesn't like Dom, though, remember? Right? Or does he like her now? Does he like Dom now, Magnolia? Like, is he warming up to Dom's personality? Amber has made her choice. Those are her friends. Okay, One Journey. Um, Magnolia, I don't think they're her friends. I think they're her podcast sisters, but okay. Because we know she's not friends with Lauren. I mean, they're her acquaintances, I would say, yeah. And Ernestine is her family, and I understand why she would call her family. I have cousins from my ex's side that I'm still close to. I mean, I don't go around him, but I still see them. But I don't know that I'd call them friends. And what Amber sees them as, we don't really know. I see the one thing that I keep noticing is that Amber is a protector of Tamara. Is it because Wayne hurt Tamara? I mean, Honeypot has not been the best friend to Amber, no. But there's something about Tamara that Amber wants to protect in Tamara, right? Are they setting Tamara up to be the next queen when Amber leaves, if and when she leaves the skits, like they did Roe? And Amber came in, right? I mean, that could be what they're doing with her. Carla says, wait a minute, Darren would go through it with Dom. Dom is too obsessed with Mike. And then Carla says, theory, maybe they're not going to be filming in Dave's friend's house anymore. Mm-hmm. He's got a nice house. He's got great taste, whoever did it. They may have to find another house to film in. Exactly, Carla. And then, yes, the titles are wrong. They're strange. Because it's clickbait. They want you to click on it based on what they're saying it is, and it's not what it is. Yeah, One Journey, you're right. Trapstar, I love how Dave keeps reinforcing positive influence in their relationship. He continues to build Amber up. He also pays attention to all of the little things. And Keisha B says, hello, Magnolia. I'm waiting to see the realtor, Trapstar. You could tell she's a sister. And I think it might just be his ex-wife. But the one thing that I am leery of, I will say this, of course, there's going to be something wrong with Dave, right? So I'm going to look for the little flaws that they plant into people's characters. And I'm not going to talk, me personally, not you, the fan base, you know, chat. I'm going to look because Wayne's going to do something to this guy. And so I'm just keeping my eye out, and I have a question every time I see him. I question something that's not even there, probably, but I still question it because he's going to do something. And what I'm wondering, is it going to have to do with other women or another woman? I mean, we don't know what Wayne's liable to do. No way, Dave won, Shayla. Yeah. Amy girl. Hey, everyone. Hi, Amy girl. Hope all of you are having a great day. I had a wonderful, yay, extended weekend camping with my family. Why didn't you call me? I want to go. I want to go. Just kidding. My husband and I, we haven't been camping in a long time. But I like going out. I like the when we rent the, what do you call it? The RV thing, the long thing. I like when we do that, but that thing is a lot of work, before you get ready to turn it back in. But I think I've only been camping, I think 4 or 5 times, but I really like it. Except I'm scared of bugs, spiders, all that stuff. But I do like it. So I'm glad you had a good time, Hemi girl. I really am. Let's see. Nature says, Magnolia, I agree with you. If they taper Dom down to be normal, they could work, as long as she keeps her eyes off of Mike and moves on. Do you think she's going to take, she could never be another Lisa, though. Lisa gave up her singing career to be with this man. Amber gave up basically her businesses to be with Anthony. And so when I see these people get married and they want to change the wife, or I guess the husband, that bothers me. Why marry somebody if you want to change them into something else? Why do people do that? It's just a question. I'm not asking for like an answer or response. But people do that. You couldn't take me like when I was working and turn me into a housewife. Man, I was a mom, a worker, a wife. But I did all of that because I wanted to. But to take me and say, you don't have to work, you just stay at home, I'd go mad. I would. Yes, Trapstar, he is very intentional. Hemi girl, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Me too. I'm glad. And then Keisha says, good morning. Someone says, good morning, Gwen. Say, good morning, Keisha. Antoinette says, I have. Magnolia says, hey, Hemi girl. Keisha, hi, Gwen. Michelle Barnes, doing well. You hope all is well and enjoying your day. I hope everyone's enjoying their day, even people that are at work. Yes, I was a moderator on the other page. I know, Angela. I know. How do I know, Angela? You don't remember, do you? Yeah, you were. Gwen says, please like, share, and subscribe. Please do. I guess I'm not sure where people are, probably hanging out somewhere, but that's okay. We're here and we matter. So my eyes are watering. I guess I should get my cataracts out, huh? Doctor said it's the cataracts that are making my eyes water. I thought it was just a dry eye, but it's the cataracts. Then Iman, Delicia, Shayla skits have turned into modern day prostitution. Hemi Girl says, hey, Magnolia. Magnolia, Dom wants to be a wife. She's got to get some therapy and work towards healing. Prepare for a power couple story. It's workable. I made comments on videos. I know, Angela, you always make comments. I always like them. Or comment behind you. I always see your comments, girl. And I thank you. I really do. And you guys make really good comments too. I mean, you make comments that people will think about. You also make comments that trigger the haters. Mm-hmm. You think I don't see them? Somebody was coming for you, and I just shut them down. Angela, a few days ago, they didn't like what Angela put. I mean, she can type what she wants to type, but nope, not if they have anything to say about it. But we don't get too much of that. They don't. They don't come in and bother us too much. Yeah, you always make comments. I think almost everybody does, honestly. Dave's voice is so soothing. Yeah, I love hearing him talk. Me too. Will Delisa and Iman become the next power couple? They could. Oh, Donna, cool. Got it. Let's see. Even when Dave is mad, he speaks to Amber with so much respect. Yes, outstanding channel. And I was happy he checked her yesterday because it's like he's making her think again. Trauma can make us lose our place. Mm-hmm. In our own headspace because we're not like totally focused, and then that's where we can really make bad mistakes. Yes, outstanding channel. I like One Journey. I like One Journey's channel also. And chat, if you don't mind, would you please subscribe to One Journey's channel, um, so we can help her out. And then also Miss B's channel. And I did put that. I should put One Journey in there. I feel like I see a gnat, or is that a floater in my eye? Shouldn't be any gnats in here though. To One Journey and to Miss B, um, that would be very helpful for them. Hmm. Because there are so many people, and there's a lot of room in the Country Wayne niche for creators. So I want to see some good creators get in there. Hi, Michelle Thompson. Welcome back. How are you? How are you doing, Michelle? Good to see you. Angela, how come Iman did not go visit his yes ma'am first? Probably likes Alicia better. I don't know. To be honest, I won't be a smart aleck. Maybe to get Delicia out of the way, right? And then he doesn't have to worry because Delicia's going to hit the streets. And he knows Shayla's going to be at home. And Delicia's going to get in the streets and be gone. So he got to check in with Delicia, because Delicia will take off in a minute. Be gone. He might not see her till tomorrow. So yeah, that might be Angela. That's a good question, actually. I like it. Mm-hmm. Even though the comments on Facebook are negative about Dave wanting a new place for Amber, I think he's going to make Amber feel comfortable. Yep. And he did say, make sure it is fly. So, it's really hard. I'd rather go on Facebook to read the comments, even the negative ones, than to read the ones here. The ones here are all the same. And it's like, can we put something behind what we're saying before we say it, But it is what it is. People do you. That's not really my business, right? Please hit the like button, everybody. You are entitled to your own thoughts. Doesn't mean we have to read them. Not every man wants a Shayla's yes, ma'am. Hi, Marion. Welcome in. Magnolia says, one thing I've noticed about Dave's type is more of a character than appearance. Mm-hmm. I think you're right. How you guys feeling about Dave? Do you think Dave is who we think Dave is? Just asking. I still think so. Nature says, Angela, it seems like Amon and Delicia had some tension between one another. Delicia loves to shrug and tell Amon to get it together. Amon is loving on her and she falls into it. Italia is on to her. Yeah, Delicia, she needs to get some more, you know, stuff. Because she always has the same, I'm mad at you, get away from me. So, I mean, he knows what she's going to do, right? Angela says, hear me, girl. I agree. He even wants to change out all the furniture to make her happy. That is sweet. That's really sweet. And Gwen says, hear me, girl, that's exactly what Dave is doing because he gets it. Mm-hmm. And it's not really even a girl thing. I mean, a female thing. A lot of guys don't want the same bed. Yeah, I'm just being honest. They really don't. Maybe it's just human nature to some people. It seems Amon is avoiding Shayla. Nature, I know. I agree with you. Since he hung up the phone, she hasn't talked to him that we know of at all. And she's just running around. Maybe that's why her stress level is up so high. Because she hasn't heard from Amon, right? He hung up the phone in her face. I wonder what he said. She didn't crash out, so he probably didn't break up with her, but. And then Wayne gives her every excuse he could think of that Amon is probably too busy. Wayne's going to be a man's Wayne. A guy's guy. I hear me, girl. Angela says exactly. A lot of men look at Shayla like, no, ma'am, including Atlanta. Amon does not want Shayla. He has already hung up on her. He might be yes, ma'am, out. Might be. Carla. We see Amon back with Shayla, favorite therapist. Oh, Chanel. Yeah, he went to the Chanel store. Mm-hmm. Let's see. I don't mean to say so much. It's like I'm trying to concentrate on these letters over here. Dave likes business-minded women, women who can add to his life. You know who bothers me? Jamie. Jamie bothers me. I hope he's not a part of the skits because he's looking at her like she's dessert. I wasn't feeling him. He was he gives the vibes. He gives the vibes like, you know. On Angela. Angela says nature Delicia is just fake. And Amon wants Amon to run her down. Yeah, she wants to be chased. Amber needs to work on the divorce while Dave is in LA. It's time to put some fire under Constance. I agree, Trapstar. And make sure she goes, and if that house is for her, make sure she tells the attorney that she has a new living address. And don't change the mail. But she said all the bills come in Anthony's name anyway. But don't change your mailing address and don't move your stuff out of the house. She can buy new stuff. She don't need to move anything. So I don't want to see them let her make dumb mistakes. But she's been doing good so far, except not going home at night. But she can get an injunction because of what Anthony's doing over there. Hey, Marion, Hemi, let's enjoy tea, Carla, Michelle, and see what we can decipher from the stories. What was that about Danielle firing? I know I want to see the new house too. Danielle firing Michelle. So, what papers was Michelle supposed to take somewhere? Did you guys see something about some papers that she didn't deliver on behalf of Lisa? I don't remember seeing any papers. Maybe I just missed it. But I was wondering what was Danielle talking about that Michelle didn't deliver the papers. Does anybody know? I'm Magnolia, and this is why he doesn't want Shayla. He doesn't want Shayla. Like that title was very misleading when it said he tells Amber about Shayla or who Shayla is. That was such a misleading title. Steen needs to tell Amber about the office. Yes, she absolutely does. And get it up and running. Why is she afraid anyway? I mean, and is she, so Amber she told her she'll be a partner. Now she's back down to being an assistant. Then she's a liaison again. What is she? Because what is she? Do we know? Like, are they just still working it through the script? But I really want Ernestine to tell Shayla, I'm her business partner. I'm not her assistant. I want to see Shayla's face sometimes fall flat. I do. Because after a while, the Shayla stuff is old. She faces no consequences for anything. And I think that would be for anyone. I would feel that way. You just keep doing dirt, 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 and nothing happens. Does anybody really want to see that? Even Shayla fans. She just keeps getting away with dirt, 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 and that's okay. I don't know. Not for me. Those ladies were definitely getting ghetto in that man's house. They were. They were ratchet. Trapstar says, no, call it out, Nonya. Amber should not be hanging out with Shayla. She shouldn't. I wouldn't be hanging out with no doggone Shayla. No way. I'd love for them to bring Kelvin back to be Amber's attorney. Me too. If we have to wait for it. Oh, I'm sure he'd be happy. Ooh, he'd be happy to be her attorney. Wonder how Dave would feel about that. The lawyers once a month. Yeah, Hemi Girl told us about that. The real lawyers, the ones who have real professions, they're on there once a month. So we do have to wait. She had a July visit already, so I guess it'll be the first week in August, maybe. I think Dave may have had a past, but he is tired of the past life. Yes, nature. He's looking at Amber and trying to build something more. Yep, they are bringing in the past up. Hi, Miss T. Welcome in. Welcome in. How are you? Hemi Girl says if that was at Anthony's, he would have joined in the argument and attacked Steen. Carla says, Dave and ghetto behavior, they don't go together well. Steen better stop before she's banned from the house. The only thing, the trip part about it is that Dave said, I don't know. She was acting a fool, yeah, but he said, yeah, I know you're protective of Amber. And I said, is that a good thing or a bad thing? It's like he knows that's Amber's pit bull. And not calling Ernestine a dog. But Ernestine has her back. And she does. She just talks too much. Need Amber to stop talking. The jealous and envious spirit towards someone doesn't ever go away towards that person. That's something Shayla will never outgrow towards Amber. I agree. That's why it makes no sense for her to keep her close. Amber's never going to change. Shayla. Shayla's not going to change. She's always going to have that. And then also, I wonder how much of that is actually hate. How much of that of Shayla's feelings toward Amber is hate? Because a lot of times the person doesn't like you. They want to be around you because it's like some people think somehow you can magically rub off on them. Yeah. There are people who think that. Like your karma, your aura, your whatever it is can rub off on them. People really believe that? I've heard it before, but I don't know. I don't know if people think some strange things. It could be true. I don't know. I don't think God made us that way. The way we are, can rub off on other people, but just rub my hand like I'm a genie. But people do think that. Let's see. Magnolia. Miss T said, hey, Magnolia. Miss T, how are you? Where you been, girl? Hanging out? You been misbehaving, Miss T? Mm, yeah, you've been misbehaving, which is a good thing. Magnolia says Dave said he fumbled in the past, and he seems to have lived and learned from that. And that's what I said in that reaction video, that remembering your past is not always a bad thing unless it's bad. I mean, if it's bad, I wouldn't want to live through it again. But for me, it's like the good, the bad, and the ugly. That's who made me. That's what made me into the person I am from a little girl. So I don't try to forget my past. I just don't. It is, and it helps you to become who you are. Dave is forward thinking. Uh-huh. For him and Amber, after the divorce, he wants them to start fresh in a new spot that only he and her have been in. So she's got this. What is Wayne up to? Amber has this perfect man for her. What is Wayne going to do? He's going to break our hearts, isn't he? Wayne, don't break our hearts. You hear me, Wayne? I know you're on tour, but do you hear me? I kind of hope the new house is. You like Abigail's old house? Hear me, girl? You do? I don't know. Maybe I didn't see enough of it. It kind of looks small and tall, like a San Francisco house. But maybe again, I didn't see enough of it because I don't like houses that are straight up and down. But the inside looked nice. But we have houses like that in San Francisco, but they're like close together, like close together. But so that I think that's what it reminded me of. But I probably didn't even see enough of it. But that's the first thing I thought about when I saw Abigail's house. It was like, the house looks like it's in San Francisco or belongs in San Francisco. I hope the new house is Abigail's. Okay. So maybe it was a nice house and I just didn't see enough of it. Angela says, nature, yes, Dave has a past, but he saw something in Amber he doesn't see in the other women. That's why he protects her. And some people, Nonya, is her daughter's birthday. Okay. Jen Louis' daughter's birthday. Okay, thank you. And sometimes, and I found myself doing this in life, sometimes I had a sister and I had two friends. And not that they my sister different, but my two friends, it's like I felt this need to protect them. Like, who am I? But I felt like they needed to be protected. And maybe it was the decisions they were making or something, even though it wasn't that kind of protection where I would be telling them what to do, but they always end up in a mess. And it's like, how do you keep ending up in all this trouble or whatever? Happy birthdays and anniversaries. Thank you, nature, everyone's family and loved ones. Thank you. And yeah, Amy says Dave knows Amber can't get anything in her name because of the divorce. Right. Dave has been transparent, told Amber he's had a lot of women in the past. Yeah, he's been transparent since day one. And happy birthday, Jen, to your daughter. Happy birthday from your YouTube family, your NonyasisChat family. Yes, he has. The ghetto behavior seemed to be more about Shaylo than Ernestine. Ernestine can't stand her. But Shayla likes to pick with people. I think that's her problem. It's like, be quiet. Why you got to be a smart aleck all the time? And Ernestine is gonna bite. She's ready to get Shayla. So, yeah, it's Shayla, and she's getting progressively worse. I think she feels powerful, She's been enabled by these other women. Ernestine is just Ernestine. Ernestine wants to fight. She don't care. But I think Shayla, yeah, and Dave seems to like Ernestine. She'd be right there. Ernestine be right there with Amber. But Shayla, Nature says, Mary and I agree. He wants to move forward, trying to put in a place for Amber to allow her further healing, growth, and support. I think it's going to be hot here today in the Bay Area. Probably be about 77. That's hot for us. But I mean, we do get up to 90 sometimes, but like this time of the year, it's like 70s to 80s to the 80s. Dave knows Ernestine doesn't play about Amber and he respects her for that. I think so too. Good afternoon, Layla. How are you, Miss Grant? Welcome in, welcome in. Please hit the like button if you haven't hit the like button already. Please, please, please. Keisha, he told the realtor, yes, he has a girl. He did. I'm still wondering, is that his ex-wife? I am. Layla, you said I'm right. What are you laughing at? What'd I do? What'd you do, Layla? Where you been? You been out being mischievous? Oh my God. Good afternoon, Layla. Good to see you, girl. Gwen says, hi, Layla. And Layla saying hello. Keisha, he sure did. He was shutting Argo off. Not Argo. God, Keisha B. She said Argo. How come I know that name? Did you say that somewhere before, Keisha? Did you say Argo somewhere before? Dave and Amber are wearing red. I did notice the Target shopping bag. They do. Wayne does promote that they go to Target. I guess if they want to go to Target, they can go to Target, right? And did anybody go to the website? Is Wayne writing Dave? I'm still asking, is that her real dude? I'm still asking. Amber, tell us. We want to know. Because we know I'm nosy. Auntie Nosy. I am nosy. Let's see. I like them in the red. They are fly. They definitely are fly, Magnolia. Let's see. Wayne is writing Dave. Okay, Layla. 38 likes, 44 watching. Please hit the like button, everybody. It doesn't hurt. If you don't mind, I appreciate you for that. The fact that Amon came and saw Delicia first, does this mean that he's going to put Delicia in priority? Remember, he told Delicia that she was the priority when he gave her those pink flowers? It will be interesting to see what goes down. Remember when he gave her those beautiful 2 bouquets of petite roses? He told her she's the priority. It didn't mean anything, at the time, except him saying she's the priority. But yeah, he did say that when he gave her the other roses. I saw that one. The hospitality is open. Everybody in the bushes. We have drinks, snacks available. We have cookies, popcorn. We got everything. Boy, Gwen, you went to the grocery store. Please hit the like button while you are watching or listening. Thank you. Please do hit the like button. I mean, it's just a like button. I'm just a little peon, a brand new channel creator. That's it. That's all. Learning the ropes. Layla, this is a rewrite of Wayne and Tamara. Yeah. Yes. Layla, you got it, huh? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Good job, Layla, for agreeing with me, because that's what I think too. Yep. Nature says Amber and Wayne could both be writing for Dave. They could be, especially like the roses scene. I could see Amber doing that, but I will still say I really do think that the roses, when he put them in the house, I really think Amber was surprised because Amber hardly ever breaks character. She don't break character, right? But she turned around and she looked at Dave and said, how? Like, in other words, because she's a producer. So if she already had the set done, how did Dave get those flowers in there? I mean, that's what I got from it. And I kept looking, saying, am I tripping? Am I overthinking it, right? I don't think so. I think it caught Amber off guard. I do. And Keisha says, me too. I want that for Amber too. Yeah, Keisha. Hear me, girl. Magnolia for the flyest couple in the skits. Amber knows Shayla would do anything to take away her man. She still wants to be Amber. Talking about, did you hear when she said, Amber don't have no house? Does she ever stop? She never stops. The truth of the matter is, if Amber is truly to heal, she needs to cut Shayla off. She does. Anthony and Wayne and Kai. She's got to leave the baby alone, as well as Shayla, Anthony, and Kai. You won't heal in the place that made you sick. That's right. It's like, that's why a lot of people that I know anyway, and myself included, I will move away from toxicity. And that's why I will tell you guys, sorry, my eyes are watering. Like, will I fight? Absolutely. But will I take flight? For my peace, I will. I'll take flight for my peace. I have no shame. I'm out of here. And I'll leave. And I won't look back. I ain't coming back. I ain't coming back. Nope. I'll take my peace any day. Especially if you took it away. Ooh, no. Amber knows Shayla would do anything. Yeah. Is Ernestine writing Dave? I don't know. She's pretty, Ernestine's pretty poetic, right? In prose and poetry. If it's not Amber, because it's definitely female beats being played out, we know. And she is very, yeah, it could be Ernestine. I think the roses were Amber, or maybe the roses were Ernestine. Shayla saw Anthony in her mind since she learned and knew about him way back at the start. Yes. And she didn't stop looking at Anthony. That wasn't the end of your statement, but I'm going to go faster because I've been talking too much. Speak on a trap star. She needs to be aware of her circle and boundaries. That's why he keeps telling her, watch her circle. Dave can hire Michelle, take Michelle out of misery with Ben and Danielle. You know, that's not a bad idea, except do you think Michelle might talk too much? Or is that just because she's around Danielle? Maybe it's because she's around Danielle. Magnolia says they want Dave to be mad about Wayne now. I know. You know they do. When it was 3 years ago. And the sad part, that's all they have. That's the pathetic part. 3 years ago. And this man had women and babies, and it's like Wayne said, they can dish it, but they can't take it. I think that must apply to a lot of guys. No, I think it does apply to a lot of guys. I mean, we're totally different night and day. And Dave said last night that he's not worried about Amber and any other man. Shayla thinks Amber interrupted her and Buddy's relationship. Yeah, with her marriage. That girl's crazy. She cuckoo. And she's getting progressively worse, too. So I'm curious to see where that goes. Nature, look at history repeating itself now. Drooling over Dave, start obsessing over Dave. Dave's house. Amber saw how much she was talking about the house. Yep. Amber did shut Shayla down very well, though. If I'm being honest, I was happy. But you know what I see? It's like, I'm sorry. It's like, does Amber not want to hurt Shayla? Is that why she lets her get away with stuff? Because we know she's not afraid. No, not Michelle. She annoys you. Yeah, she's a gossip. And then Layla says, Magnolia, if Wayne is not writing it, then whoever is writing it has it aligned with Tamara and Wayne's relationship. Right. Same issues and similar love bombing. Amber better go cook something. Yeah, I see Tamara and Wayne. What if Amber gets Wayne to promote the restaurant? You mean her restaurant or the vegan restaurant? What if Amber gets Wayne to promote the restaurant? Krishana's? I have a feeling they're not going to be showing us Krishana's anymore. If you mean Krishana's because it's real, you know, I can see Wayne wanting a vegan restaurant like David's going to go look at with, what's her name? Shea Butter Baby, whatever her name is. Evelyn. Evelyn. Magnolia, I think so too. They're trying to create tension between Dave and Anthony or Dave and Wayne. That's Amber's past comes up to drama. But considering what he said about the past this morning, and he already knows that Amber was in an affair because she told him at the park, I kept doing the same thing over and over and over, and I know it was wrong. That's an affair. He just doesn't know with who. So, how much does he have the right to be mad about what Amber did when he had Melissa? Is he going to feel a way about it? That's my question about the Wayne situation. And when was the last time he had been with Melissa? If I'm being honest. They found out about Wayne. It won't matter because it has nothing to do with him. Yeah, that's what he says. We'll see. Hi, RR17984. How are you? Welcome in. Welcome in. Thanks for showing up today. Appreciate you. Hi, Nonyasis and chat. Good to see you. If Wayne does, it'll be both of them working with their exes. Good morning, RR. That's what Gwen says. Dave coming into the market. Dave coming in to market the podcast and meet Wayne. Yeah, I can actually see that. So he can meet Shea Moisture Butter out in LA for the vegan restaurant. I can see that, Magnolia. And Dave can market it. And I hope Wayne doesn't try to become his friend because I don't think Dave is going to be trying to be Wayne's friend. Because if so, Amber's going to have to tell him that's who I was having an affair with. She's going to have to tell him. We're not going to have a repeat of Anthony. Nope, just tell him, and bam. One thing I noticed about Dave, he has never denied Amber as his lady. Never. And I love how, and we kind of do this, but I love how couples will grab hold of each other so that people know both of you are in this together. I love when I see couples do that because usually there's somebody around that they're trying to prove a point to. So like the next time you're around a couple or something, if you see them doing that, it's probably somebody that wants to get in there and get a wedge in. That's what I think. That's what I've learned over 25 years of marriage. They want to get in there and just cause chaos. Carla, you're right. She will tell too much. Never mind. She would still be in cahoots with Ben and Danielle. Yeah, I kind of agree with you, Nature. That Michelle would be a no. Wayne is messy. If Wayne is going to work with Dave, need to have Amber tell him about her and Wayne. I agree with you, RR. Absolutely. No more secrets, no more lies. We don't want Dave blindsided with the Wayne nonsense. And Bam, are you listening to us? Amber Ty. We're trying to get you a happy life, Amber. Yeah, I talked to the airwaves. Mary and Dave might see how Jamie look. He might have, because he doesn't miss too much when it comes to Amber. He doesn't. And that man was like, oh my God, one of those. Yeah, Dave does need an admin, someone reliable and won't cross the lines. But the question, let's see. No, oh, Michelle Barnes, Nonya, you're a great hostess. The hospitality is on point. I have a Zoom call. Enjoy the tea. Thank you. The hospitality is actually Gwen. Or you mean, well, we thank you either way. Thanks, Michelle. Have a good day. Enjoy your Zoom call. I don't miss Zoom calls. I know you're on it already, though, but enjoy your day and your Zoom call. And what was I saying? Something about, yeah, Dave needs an admin. And in my reaction, a review, which I made questions because it's just my initial reaction is, what if Dave wants to bring Melissa back? But who stole Dave's money? Somebody stole Dave's money. Only person we know so far that works for Dave is Melissa, but Melissa might be able to track the money or something. I don't know. But somebody stole some money from Dave. And would he bring Melissa back? In full check, we hope. Hi, Tina. I mean, won't cross any lines with Dave. Yeah, okay, Nature, I got you. And let's see, what else we have? I think Cameron was more interested in Amber than Jamie. Now, you know what I noticed, Mary, and I think you're right. Jamie was not looking at her as sensually as Jamie was. I mean, Cameron wasn't in that sensual zone. Jamie was in the sensual zone. And Cameron was more in the interested in that woman zone. That's what I saw too. I'm glad Iman is back and visited. Delicia Hope says, I love me some Dave, and if I could, I would buy Amber a big dose of self-esteem. Because, girl, can you imagine your self-esteem just getting stomped on? So that she can get over all of her insecurities and be that classy boss again. And she did great when she was by herself. When she was separated from Anthony, she started becoming herself again. And then here he comes back. Okay, let's see. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. It's free. Please do. I appreciate you for that. What time is it? Is it time for you guys to go? 60. Not that I want you to go, but I always have to look at the clock because I'm on the West Coast. And like it's 11:15 here. So anytime I see 11 o'clock, I'll be like, oops, am I keeping everybody here too long? We covered all the comments though. Hi, Shy Lady. Let's see. Dave told Amber he doesn't miss a beat. Shy Lady, hi, how are you? If Amber is going to tell Dave about Wayne, he also needs to tell her about him doing business with Evelyn. I agree. I thought about that too, Shy Lady, yesterday. Yep. Let's keep it even. No more secrets, no more lies. I still hold on to Amber's little loud thing because it's so poignant. It's so right on point. Amber and Dave won't be doing nothing with the podcast. You don't think so, Marion? You think Amber's going to get out of the podcast? Amber already said the podcast doesn't need Dave. She sure did. She don't want Dave around all them women. Yeah, no. He's not available. He's busy. Amber said Dave is busy. I love that. I was cracking up. And Keisha B says, my thoughts on the Wayne situation in that Dave would not care. However, Amber would definitely make a big deal about Dave working with Evelyn, and that would make Amber a hypocrite. And you know what, Keisha? I'm going to be a hypocrite too because I really have a problem. And that's the sister's best friend. I'd be feeling the kind of way. But isn't there a skit where that Steven guy tells Evelyn that he wants to take it to the next step or something? Did you guys see that one? I saw it, but I didn't get to watch it. But Keisha, I'd be a hypocrite right there with her too. I'd be like, because you see, he hasn't told her yet. He hasn't told Amber yet. I mean, is she up to no good? But who was it that said, no, that was Stephanie, Lauren's friend Stephanie. Someone said last night they believe Stephanie's in an affair with Mr. Big. She might just be. Amber said Dave doesn't do anything with the podcast. And I read that already. 50 watching out of 62 likes with 62 likes. Yeah, Dave said, told Amber he doesn't miss a beat. Himmy girl, Anthony, did a mental, number on Amber and caused her to be more insecure than she already was. She needs a therapist. She does need a therapist. She does. She's very nervous and jittery and unsure of herself. On Dom and her mom are a trip. I wonder what the history is with Dom, mom, and the chicken. Why? What happened with the chicken? What's going on with chicken? I'm glad, Shy Lady. I'm glad you're doing good. They're holding the Wayne card. You can tell it's going to be a drastic reveal. Trapstar, like, we really need another one, right? Hi, Purple Queen. What's happening? Like, we need another Wayne. Come on, Wayne. We're tired of that. It's like 3 years old. Really, Wayne? Give us a break. Please. Please, Wayne. Yes, but Evelyn danced around saying no to Steve. She did, even though he didn't outright ask her to marry him. He just danced around it. Okay. Because I saw it, but I had to jump online. Yeah, I mean, the Wayne card, somebody needs to take it and flick it away. Like a card in the card game. Because Wayne, it ain't that serious. It's like so old. And would they still be talking about this? I mean, I understand it was Wayne. And she dated Wayne first, but she still cheated. And then Anthony wanted her because she was with Wayne. And then the whole Rolanda thing. But it's, give it a rest. I mean, all these people doing all this nonsense, not that any of it makes the other equal, but can you let it go? This storyline it's just running too long with that same old piece of nonsense. It's done. The girl has repented, been punished, everything you can think of, stomped by the world. Can we just give it a rest, Wayne, please? And just let it work out the way it'll work out. I mean, what's the point of just punishing the same one character over and over and over? All it does is make us tired and bored. She was healing when she was separated from Anthony. He came back, turned her life upside down again. He deserves to lose everything playing with people's emotions and lives. Absolutely. So I think that brings us to the end of our show today. And hopefully I'll see you guys at the wind down. I got to run some errands today. At least I don't have a lot of housework or anything to do, thank goodness. But I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you so much for being here with me today. And I hope you enjoyed the tea. Please look at the reaction video if you can still hear me. And just take a look at the questions. I mean, these are ones I came up with, but you guys are always coming up with great questions and great comments. And I really enjoy hearing your thought processes because you guys are smart. You guys are smart. I'm smart, but you guys are really smart. You be on it. So thank you, everybody. I'll talk to you later. I'm going to the bank. Bye.